Drivers, start your engine!
Can you smell what the Frank is cooking? That's right. The Rock kicked things off at Daytona 500 in Indianapolis yesterday. Welcome. What? Daytona. No, Daytona's in Florida. The Indianapolis 500 is Labor Day or Memorial Day. Take two. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's a fun little show we do for you folks. We got some comedy, we got some sports, we talk some gambling. I'm Frank Nicotero, a longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And hopefully today's show will finish without a crash like yesterday's Daytona 500. Oh, boy. Ryan, what are we looking at here? So 9 laps to go.
Yeah, first crash with 9 laps to go.
Scraping, rubbing his racing.
Yeah, Byron gets bumped from behind.
Wants you to hit the pace car.
Back. Yeah, and then Keselowski goes into Logano.
Right.
Creates this whole pile.
Oh, you mean Logano, who I had money on?
Yeah.
You see the 24 car just being pushed.
And this guy's going sideways. You think he's in England. All of a sudden, he's in the other lane. This guy's he's drifting. This guy's Tokyo Drift over there.
And then we go up to the 2 laps, start of the final lap.
Jeez.
And the leader gets bumped all
the
the way
track
around.
was not wet, by the way. That was the day before.
Yeah.
So
the grass was soaked, though.
The grass, yeah.
Yeah, trying to get all the victory laps
Busch
and
Light,
everything.
my high school beer of choice. You ever have Busch Light? I thought that was a good beer when I was a kid.
Yeah, no.
You know what it was? It was the free beer in my friend Mike O'Day's parents' basement.
Well, free beer is always pretty good.
Free beer was always good.
Yeah.
It was Busch
I
Light
forgot
for me.
my
There you
glasses.
go. So, what was that?
I said I forgot my glasses.
You forgot your
No,
glasses?
they're right there.
Are you going to be able to see, or is this
I
the?
can't
Well,
see
it's National Comfy Day, Ryan. That's why.
Yeah.
We should just say it now, ladies and gentlemen. Today is National Comfy Day. Do you have a Big League Chew shirt on?
No, Big League Weekend.
Oh, Big League
It's a
Weekend.
Little plug for 17 days from now. The Brewers and A's are in town at the ballpark.
Oh, is that an actual? Oh, that's still exhibition though, right?
Yeah, it's spring training. Just two games up
Oh,
there.
we gotta go.
Yeah.
Are we going?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm working it, but yeah.
All right. What days of the week is that?
It's Friday, March 8th, and Saturday, March 9th.
That means I might go to the ballpark twice in 1 week because I want to go see the college tournament the week before.
Yep.
I want to see this domain where I might be doing some work this summer, spring, summer, whatever.
Best ballpark in minor league baseball.
Dude, I'm so excited. Again, I've been to 1,000 Major League Baseball games. Literally, if I did the math, probably between 700 and 1,000. Never been to a minor league baseball game. It's mind-boggling. And now I get to go one here in our backyard.
Yep.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. All right. So anyway, thanks for watching the show, everybody. William Byron, a race car driver who I had never heard of. He had the number 24 car. Number 24. Ryan, did you bet William Byron?
24. No, I did not.
That's your number, 24.
Yeah, I thought about betting it, and then I didn't actually think that he was going to win. So
Well, yeah, no one,
yeah,
exactly.
Decided to not make the donation, and it would have been 16-1. So
You probably would have had, what, 5 on it, maybe make 90.
I honestly would have bet 24 on it.
24 on 24, you would have brought home
Yeah.
$200-300.
Yeah, over $300.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, anyway, I had Joey Logano. He was in the pole position. He did not win. He was part of one of those big crashes there. I voted for Joey. Joey didn't win. He won it a few years ago. But anyway, I found this weird about the Daytona 500. They do not disclose how much money the driver
purse,
wins.
yeah,
They haven't done it
purse.
since 2016.
Yeah, I honestly.
The purse this year was a record-breaking $28,035,991 to be exact. In 2015, it came out to be about 9% of the total. So anyway, they tried to do a little hunting here, and they figure he might have won $2.5 million yesterday. But it's very strange. Oh, the glasses are on, ladies and gentlemen. Are you still comfy, Ryan, with the glasses, though?
No, it kind of hurt my head with the headphones on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wear the contacts. Anyway, a lot of Daytona race. Daytona was great. Kind of cool having it on a Monday. That way you're not, Sunday. There's a lot of other things going on.
Conveniently President's Day too. So.
President's Day was a holiday. A lot of people weren't working, so it actually worked out really well for NASCAR. Anyway, we want to talk about our new racing show here at South Point Studios. There's the graphic. Gone Racing, hosted by Brendan Gaughan, former NASCAR driver, and along with Jeff Motley. It is on every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific live for an hour, just like our show. Every Thursday. So this week, he's back in studio this week. Because last week he was in a trailer. He was in a nice, what do you call it, RV down in Daytona. So Brendan Gaughan, brand new show, Gone Racing. You can watch it here. That's 4 shows now, ladies and gentlemen. 4 shows you can watch on our YouTube channel, South Point Studios.
Not only can you watch it here, but you can listen to it on Sirius XM.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that? You can listen to it on Sirius XM. And just like this show and all our shows, they live forever in perpetuity on our YouTube page. So make sure you watch them. If you're a race car fan, you definitely want to check it out. First show was great, a lot of views, and they give their insight, and Brendan, who's raced before, it's a tremendous show. So make sure you watch Gone Racing this Thursday, 10 a.m. On the show, our producer, Ryan McCormick, is here. Obviously, Ryan's here.
Hello.
Hello. We got Andrew, Drew Dog. Andrew, what's the funniest word of the day you said?
Drew Dog.
What? Inside Story, Ann's directing, and of course, Jerry, Employee of the Decade. We made you Employee of the Decade. We changed it up. You got another award for 10 years at South Point. Jerry, who is the GT. Master of... What's that? I
said, yeah, GT.
Jerry. Wow. He's the Employee of the Decade. That is now his introduction. Jerry, anytime we need something done, it's so funny. We're in a meeting. We're like, oh, this needs done. Everyone just does this. Jerry, you got that? He has his little notepad out. He's like, yeah, I got it. Jerry does everything. So, Jerry, thank you. I love you, too. Later on, Matt Neverett will be in studio. Probably got his haircut between last week and this week.
You got a lot of comments on your haircut.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, the live chat thinks you got a haircut.
Who said that?
Minidar.
Minidar, what's up, Minidar? I don't think Minidar's been in the chat room for a while, so maybe he hasn't seen it. I got my haircut like
last week.
It was like a month ago, I think.
It was before Super Bowl, right?
It was before. Yeah, it was like a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. You know what it is? Maybe the rain. I wasn't going to say it. Remember how I said I was going to shower every day this week, wash my hair? So I get up, let the dogs out, and it's pouring rain. I'm like, oh, I'm not showering today. I'm like, there's no way. When it rains, you don't shower when it rains out. Everyone knows that. Anyway, thank you for wow. Bob Dell back after a week. Is there a recap reel I can watch? Jerry? You can watch the show in their entirety, Bob Dell. Bob was down in Mexico with his lovely wife, Vicky. They went to this little secret hideaway they have. No one knows about it. It's called Cabo San Lucas. Very private island. No, it's called like Gadela de Women Malihur. It's some fancy Mexican name. The Rock is now a heel. I know, Minidar. I don't even follow wrestling, but I am aware that Rock is now a heel. And in the wrestling world, heel means he's like a bad guy now. They made him a bad guy. The Rock is a bad guy. Said the F word. It's like Jerry. Frank's hairline just increased by 5%. Wow, a lot of moose today. I didn't do anything different today.
Added 2 inches to your height on Wikipedia.
Who said that?
Joey B.
Joey B coming with added 2 inches to your height. Would do that. It's the rain, possibly? Does the rain make your hair frizz out, the moisture?
B-Town Dummy says you took the Vespa without a helmet.
I don't ever read B-Town Dummy's comments. I don't know. He missed yesterday's show. He goes, I missed the big President's Day show. But anyway, we're bringing the funny today for you. As I said, B-Town Dummy. Yes. By the way, B-Town Dummy, I have a guy coming to drop something off your house, so be home for 3 days. I had my Vespa at his house. So the guy was supposed to come pick up my Vespa to bring it here, and he just kept pushing it back, and he's sitting there at home because I know you're so busy at work. He's not. So he waited. So thank you, Christian. Frank Murgy. Frank's hair and Miley Cyrus at the Grammys.
Very similar, yeah.
Can you pull up a picture of Miley Cyrus at the Grammys? She had the wind tunnel look going. I kind of look like Miley. I've never had this many people talk about my hair. All right, anyway, Miley did have the windblown look. I'm wearing a lot more clothing than Miley wore at the Grammys, but do you have it, or can you pull it up? All right, here's me. I don't know if we can do side by side, but here's me and Miley. Very similar hair. There. Oh, yeah, we were going to do mullets yesterday with everyone's... we didn't do the mullet thing, remember?
Yeah.
You didn't see that either?
I did.
I chose not to do it?
Yeah.
I admire that. As long as you just say, yeah, it was a lot of work. I don't want to do it. We had a packed show yesterday. We had the hysterical... Okay. Anyway, moving on. Josh Yohe is going to be here in a matter of minutes, maybe about 5 minutes. Matt Neverett in studio. Josh Yohe, who I have to give him a little guff. Kind of blew us off twice, right? He was here in town, supposed to come in. Then there was an afternoon skate. Something suddenly came up. And then he was supposed to be on last week, right? And then, by the way, I know why he wasn't on last week. I'm going to bust him about that. So lots of Josh Yohe and Matt Neverett. Matt Neverett's going to have some picks. So we got pucks and picks today. The same channel shows the Penguin games and the Pirate games.
Picks and pucks.
In my hometown, they call it pucks and bucks. So some days there's both, and it's a very exciting day. You can sit in front of the TV all day in that town that starts with a P. Jerry, don't be peering over your monitor. I ain't going to mention it. Okay. Today is February 19th, 2024, and it's National Love Your Pet Day. What?
It's the 20th.
Let me fix that. February 20th. You know, I have a template at home. Sometimes I forget to change. February 20th. I just making sure Ryan's on his toes. It's comfy day. I didn't want you to get too comfy. Way to go.
Yeah.
It's 2024. It's National Love Your Pet Day. I don't know why there's a National Love Your Pet Day. That's every day.
Yes.
Should love you. It shouldn't be, so like the rest of the year, you're supposed to be mean to your dog?
No.
You know, it's very strange.
Doesn't mean that. It just means you get them an extra birthday.
Give them a little
cake.
extra love.
Yeah.
Today it's raining, so they need the extra. This is ridiculous. Your dogs are the same way here in Vegas.
Yeah. I have
because
two big dogs, yeah, and they
right.
don't like the rain either.
And because California dogs, so I open the door and they walk out and they just go, nah, I don't think so. I'm not going outside and your hair looks ridiculous. That's what my dog said to me. Because what is up with your hair today? Everyone is going to, Mini Dar, Joey B, they're all going to rip on you.
Frank's got a Scooby-Doo.
What's that?
You have a Scooby-Doo dog?
I have a
They
Scooby-Doo
can
dog.
actually talk to you?
Yeah, your hair. Ooh, that wasn't a bad impression. I'm like Carlos Alzaraki all of a sudden. He liked one of our posts yesterday. Did you see that? Yeah, I figured Jerry and Ryan would be like, oh my God, he's going to say it. Berries.
You're not as good.
Berries. Berries. How does he say it? Berries. There you go. He's a big Giants fan. We're going to get him back for baseball season just so I can watch you two giggle.
San Francisco, yes.
Here's my favorite thing about National Day. Today, February 20th, is National Clean Out Your Bookcase Day. Now, the reason I found this so funny was because this was a meme that was going around the internet. This guy posted the other day, I'm 59 and just found this amongst my mother's stuff. And the book is called, Is My Child Stupid? The minute I sent this in, I said, Anne will laugh out loud at this. The guy, could you imagine that revelation? Your mom is getting up in the years, you're trying to truncate her stuff. It's a good word, by the way. Truncate her stuff, and you look, and there's a book called Is My Child Stupid? And you find that at 59. Here's the thing. Maybe he is stupid. It was there for 50 years, and you didn't see it. Anyway, clean out your bookcase, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it's just a weird national day. There's some other goofy ones. It is National Comfy Day.
Yes, it is.
Ryan is in sweatpants. I go, wow, you're really Dre. He goes, well, it's National Comfy Day. I'm like, oh, you saw that. I said I was going to bring it up in the show, but because we really dress comfy every day. And matter of fact, Ann and I dress similar some days. Like yesterday, exact same outfit. Today is show number 93. No collage today. No collage today. Instead, I have invented a game for Ryan. This is very exciting. Okay. Usually all the details are in the script. Josh Yohe is watching.
I'm going to be great at this.
So maybe he'll play along. I've named the game. It's a great name. Instead of Triple Play, it's called Triple Day. So Ryan, welcome to Triple Day. It's a three sports celebs who are all celebrating a birthday today on February 20th. You have to identify them by picture and guess their age. I'm going to give you a total of 5 years, either way. Just like the Price is Right game, you only get 5 to use up amongst the 3. You gave multiple choices. All right, very good. All right, hit me. Here we go. You made a graphic, Ann! Ann made a graphic. Triple Day. Okay. Oh, my God, Ann with the... Okay, here we go. These 3 celebrities are celebrating a birthday. Who is that woman? Standing next to a Pepsi machine. Josh is dying, the fact that Ryan's struggling with this one. And also, Jerry also looking befuddled.
That was going to be my guess.
Who?
Cindy Crawford.
It is Cindy Crawford!
See,
Ann.
But that middle picture is her?
The far left one that was her as like a teen model right there.
See, that middle picture kind of threw me off.
Middle one's kind of current, I believe. That's probably her current. And then the far right is Pepsi, because we love Pepsi products here at the South Point. Everyone drinks Pepsi products. Got to try to get someone free for Ann, apparently.
Age.
Anyway, how old do you think Cindy Crawford is today? A, 58, B, 63, C, 68.
That middle picture really does not do her any justice.
She's from Northern Illinois, which is in DeKalb, Illinois. By the way, she was a valedictorian.
I'll go A.
Star of George Michael's Freedom 90 video, one of the supermodels. You went what?
58.
Correct answer, Ryan. Very good. February 20, 1960. Cindy Crawford being 58. Looks like who? Haley who?
Nothing.
Haley Bieber?
No, not what I said.
All right, next up. Triple day. Second birthday. These are all sports. Oh, by the way, Cindy Crawford, sports related because she was in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue a lot when I was a kid. So that's the sporting angle to get a picture of the beautiful Cindy Crawford. All right, so here we go. Who's that gentleman?
Justin Verlander.
It is Justin Verlander. You are 2 for 2. Is Justin Verlander today 33, 41, or 44?
We'll go B, 41.
The correct answer is B, 41. You're 2 for 2. All right, the last triple day picture. Who is that? Can you guess who that is?
Charles Barkley.
It is Sir Charles Barkley to you, son.
Chuck
Buckley. Chuck Barkley. Chuck Buck. All right, Charles Barkley. Now, I specifically I sent this picture to Ann. I said, we have to get a picture of him gambling. Very studly of Charles Barkley.
Sitting
he turned
in the chair backwards.
You know he mean biz. When you turn the chair backwards, you're either being serious about gambling or you're posing for a 1980s album cover. Because every artist in the 80s, Lionel Richie did it on several albums, I believe. So Charles Barkley, how old is he? There were 3 guesses there. Which one of those? 69, 65, 61?
Oh, man. Chuck's not that old. He's 61.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the first ever triple day, triple B birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan goes 3 for 3. There you go. Congratulations. Nice job.
It's also Rihanna's birthday.
It is Rihanna's birthday, but she's not sports. I could have put her sports as Super Bowl. But then triple day, then who would have I gotten rid of? I had to give you Cindy Crawford to throw you a little bit of a curveball. Not sure if you were going to get it. And by the way, Ann led with that. And he's like, oh, crap, this is going to be a hard game. But it was actually an easy game. How old is Rihanna today?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. She's beautiful. Yeah. Quick story about Rihanna.
30 something.
I didn't necessarily meet Rihanna. I was hosting the run-throughs for an NBC game show called The Singing Bee, which later they gave the job to Joey Fatone. Did not give it to me. They wanted someone who could sing.
36.
Sorry, who's 30? Rihanna's 36? Yeah. So outside the rehearsal hall, we were doing Singing Bee with a full band and dancers and everything. And I come outside, and there's Rihanna. She's rehearsing for her tour. This is in Burbank by the airport. They have all these facilities where bands tour and stuff. So Rihanna's outside. There's a guy grilling hot dogs, and Rihanna's there. And I took a picture of her with a BlackBerry. So you know I don't have that picture anymore, and it was terrible quality. But I kind of was standing right next to her, and she went to the guy. She goes, I want a hot dog. That was it. I was ready to say hi to her, and she just wanted a hot dog. It's not the funniest story, ladies and gentlemen. I should have saved it for yesterday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God, he's here. I thought maybe he would not be able to make the show for a 3rd time in a row.
He had to get a haircut.
That's right, Josh. I give him a little guff from The Athletic and the Penguins. I can't say the first word, or I'll get. Josh Yohe is here, ladies and gentlemen. Josh, what's happening, buddy?
It's a pleasure to be here. I was thinking about you the other night. I don't know if you've talked about this on the show, but Drake was in Pittsburgh the other night, and I know he's an old friend of yours. And apparently, the staff at PPG Paints Arena found him to be a bit of a diva. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Wait,
the greatest thing ever. Well, I have to tell you, I did hear Drake wanted the top 2 floors at the Fairmont Hotel, which is like our version of the fanciest hotel in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They were already reserved to one Jaromir Jagr, so he couldn't get them.
Yes! Drake trumped by Jaromir Jagr. Wait, Jagr needed 2 floors?
I guess he had a chunk of the rooms that Drake wanted on the top floor or whatever, and
And Drake knows who Jaromir Jagr is because he's from Canada. He's a big hockey fan, right? He's got to know Jagr. Oh, my God, do I love that story. That is amazing. So he was
to Pittsburgh. The sports heroes are going to get the first rooms.
They get the first shot. Oh, my God. That is brilliant. And was there anything else about Drake that we heard? Anything? Are there other diva behavior?
A lot of fights in the crowd, so the arena security guards were not amused.
Oh, really?
But I heard he was a little difficult to deal with in general, who the musicians are that they like and who they don't like. They all like the hockey players the best. It's just the way it is.
Hockey players are the nicest guys in the world, right? They're always the ones who will go the extra mile. But, oh, wow. Wait, just give us one more. Just give us one more musical act that the Ushers don't like.
Not big Madonna fan from what I hear.
Well, Madonna on this current tour, it's well documented that she's coming out 2 to 3 hours later than she's supposed to.
It was like on a Monday night in Pittsburgh. She didn't take the stage until it was like almost 11, I think. It wasn't. Yeah, people were not happy.
And I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of my friends on Facebook and at the show tweeting about that and on Instagram going, hey, Madonna, we work tomorrow, okay? We're not Madonna.
Right.
We got to work, and it's 11 o'clock, and she hasn't even got on stage yet to lip sync some of her greatest hits. But I don't know. Unbelievable. Oh, that's Josh. See, now all is forgiven with Josh. Now, Josh was supposed to be in studio. He was here when the Penguins were playing the Knights, which we all went to the game and saw Josh in between periods with our mutual friend, Bill Neofis. So that was when the afternoon skate was happening, right, Ryan? So he couldn't come in.
Right.
Then last week we had Josh scheduled, and there was a conflict. I even reminded him, hey, you're in Chicago, don't forget the time difference. And then and then I find out, a friend of mine, Frank Murgy, who's watching right now, goes, oh, yeah, I heard Josh Yohe on Mark Madden at 12:15 today. I went, son of a... He was on Mark Madden. Mark Madden is the most polarizing guy in Pittsburgh, sports guy. I read all his articles. Oh, I said it again! Damn it! Josh, I gave up saying my hometown name for Lent.
Jerry,
and every time I say it, I gotta put $5 in a jar. Okay, here comes the total, Josh. Go ahead, Ryan. This money, I think here we go. We're at $20. That's 4 times. And Lent started last Wednesday. So we've done 4 shows. So one a day. Now we're going to take that money. We're going to put it in a jar. We're either going to bet it on a futures bet or we're going to go out drinking. So I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, having me as a guest is probably a really bad idea during Lent. Then.
It was
maybe
risky.
For a number of reasons.
It was very risky, but you're worth it. You're worth the $5. But anyway, Josh, he couldn't make it that time. But guess what? I got to go out after that Penguin game that night. Now I'm like paranoid. We went out, and what did we do? Oh, before the Penguin game, what did we do? Who did we go see on Friday night and sit in the front row for?
Carrot Top,
baby. And we got to say, Josh and I both went in with doubts, and Carrot Top was hysterical.
He gets better every time I see him. No, the guy's actually unbelievably funny.
Oh, you had seen him before.
We think he's a prop comic, so you think that's all it is, and the props are great, but he's actually pretty good otherwise, I find. He's got a way about him, that guy.
Listen, that was the first time in, 25 years that I probably went to a con. I can't go to a con. It's like, do you want to go and sit and watch someone write an article about hockey? You don't want to do that.
No,
Ryan,
we hate that.
Ryan, do you want to go sit and watch someone produce a show? You don't want to do it. And I'll have friends go, oh, hey, there's comedians in town. You want to go see him? No, I don't. I can't because it gives me anxiety. I'd rather be doing the show. Like I will May 16th and May 17th at Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club here in Las Vegas. Get your tickets. Anyway, so Carrot Top, Bill's like, you got to go. He was amazing. He exceeded my expectations. Opens with props, right? He's got to do props. But then he went into just a lot of interactive stuff with screens and told funny stories and had sound cues. I highly recommend the Carrot. Have you seen Carrot Top, Ryan?
I have not, no.
Jerry, Carrot Top? And? No? All right, no one on the crew. Drew, Doug?
Well, yeah, they're missing out. And what I like about going to see Carrot Top, our mutual friend Bill, he's what I would consider a Carrot Top snob in that he will only purchase front row tickets for Carrot Top. We're not sitting in the 5th row just to see the Orange Man. We're just not doing it. We're right in the front and center. Same as every time. And I mean, the whole show was great. There was a woman in the front row who was like trying to make out with Carrot Top.
Oh my
during
God.
The show. You remember that? I asked her daughter afterwards. I said, hey, what's up with your mom? Like, does she got the hots for Carrot Top or what? And she said, yeah, I think she does. We're from New Hampshire. Maybe he'll come visit sometime. I said, probably not, but you never know. Like, it's worth a shot. You got to shoot your shot. Carrot Tops are celebrity crush.
I mean, there's 2 things I know about New Hampshire: live free or die, and they love their Carrot Top. And it was funny because he came out to he ripped on your shirt. You had a plaid shirt on, so he teased you about your shirt. It was very odd. You had a very nice. Looked like an untuck it maybe. It was pink and green and little white.
Yeah.
It's a nice shirt. Then he comes over and shakes hands. He shook my hand, and I'm like, oh, here we go. He's going to talk about punchlines. And, I kind of gave him the look, like, just move on to the next person. But then this girl's like, oh, my God, my mom loves you. Can you kiss her? And he gets down to kiss her. He was out in the aisle. And it was like a slow 3-second kiss.
She didn't want him to stop kissing her.
No,
you could tell by the body language, like she didn't move her face when he pulled back, and then she went, she did one of these like toward him more.
It was very odd.
It was extremely odd. I guess sex sells, right? But I wasn't expecting it at the Luxor that night.
Now, did you see Carrot Top at press day here in Vegas? He went up to Travis Kelce. I don't know if you saw this. It went around the internet. So Travis Kelce's, at his little booth there on the field at Allegiant. And Carrot Top comes up to ask a question. Travis Kelce, hey, Carrot Top, what's up? He's like, hey, man, look, I would love a free ticket to the Super Bowl. If you give me just one ticket, I'll give you lifetime tickets to my show. What do you think? and I'm watching this going, take the lifetime tickets, Travis. You won't be so. So anyway, Travis Kelce goes, oh, man, all my take is if someone bounces, I'll give you a call. So, of course, no one's going to bounce on Travis Kelce and not take the ticket. But then they panned that booth. We panned that one booth the next day, and there was all these big stars. And the last one in one of these boxes was Carrot Top. So somehow he got into the game.
Well, I'm glad that he did. He's also a big Golden Knights fan, I know. And I will say, Carrot Top, there was not one Taylor Swift joke, not one Travis Kelce joke for the entire time. So I think it would be a safe place for Travis and Taylor to go. I think they would enjoy it. Now, it was a good show. It was honestly, every time I see him, I'm like, this guy's pretty damn funny. I have to admit.
I thought the best thing about the Luxor was the giant Dorito out front on the side. But it turns out it was Carrot Top. Oh, and there's a new bar. It wasn't open when we were there. It's called Play. It's like an adult kind of playground. It's like a Dave & Buster's, but not video games. Kind of like stuff you touch and fun games. So the Luxor's where it's at now. Who would have thunk?
Apparently so. Upon my next visit to Vegas, I think I might have to check it out.
Checking out the Lux. So listen. So we had talked about it the other night, and you already mentioned the name Jaromir Jagr. What a night! What was that like? And by the way, I read your piece last night on The Athletic about how, coming home to Pittsburgh, and he really wants to be involved in. You know what? Jerry doesn't pay this much attention to the show for the first 70 shows, and as soon as Len hits, God dang it. So anyway, you were talking about how Jagr was there. This is going to be very expensive. And where's Petty Cash? Get the Petty Cash out. Petty Cash.
That's right.
So anyway, tell us about the atmosphere there, because watching it at home, it was sort of Imagine Night. Here's the footage of them all coming out with the mullets, which I just thought was classic. Did you know they were going to do that?
No, nobody knew, and we didn't know he was going to. And he had former teammates. He had Phil Bork, Jay Caulfield, and Kevin Stevens, three of his former teammates on the stage with him with Paul Steigerwald. And it was just Jagr talking. And he was literally telling these stories about growing up in communism in the 80s and how he literally had a picture of Ronald Reagan in his wallet because it was his dream to come to America someday and play hockey. Seriously, it was, some of the stuff we knew and we'd heard stories of, but others we didn't. And he is unbelievably intelligent. He really is. He's genius level IQ, very philosophical.
Wow.
But then, he's still got a little bit of little boy in him, and he can't help but be the class clown. Did you hear what he said about his girlfriend? It was it brought the house down when he said, "Yeah, my girlfriend's too young to remember me playing in Pittsburgh, but don't worry, I tell her the stories." Oh my God, only he could get away with saying that, right?
Yeah, classic. And I saw those pictures. And I know Phil Bork, the old 2-9er. I got to try to get Phil Bork used to come. I think I told you he used to come to the Funny Bone every Tuesday when we were first, down at Station Square in the early 90s, and he'd bring Big Red, who was his wife and girlfriend at the time, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the best, and Mel Blunt's there with the cowboy hat. But I know Bork was instrumental to getting Jagr to come back. But I saw some footage of him. Now, were you there the day he took the ice at practice and banged a goal right away?
I wasn't, because as a matter of fact, Phil and I do a radio show, and we had to do a show on Saturday. So, God, what a practice to miss. Jagr's on the ice, taking shifts. This is wild. But now the whole weekend was unbelievable. And vintage Jagr, by the way, he did have a couple of hours off on Saturday after this practice. So what did Jagr do? He went to White Oak, a little community outside of McKeesport, east of Pittsburgh, to sign at a card show and made God knows how much money, because that's the way Yags works.
And then he took it to the Rivers Casino right after and headed down and play.
I don't think there's any question about that.
And Drake standing outside going, I can't get a table at the Rivers. Jaromir Jagr's got other tables. All right. That's hysterical. So Ryan's a big hockey fan, and I know the Knights are playing very well. We saw them. We were up 2-0 in the third. The Knights came back. Ryan, you're our hockey aficionado. Do you have any questions for Josh about hockey or who looks good?
I was mainly going to start with the Penguins. The Penguins host the Islanders tonight, and those are two teams competing for playoff spots in the East that are currently outside of playoff position. Can either of those teams make a push and get in, or do you think they're kind of lost?
Oh, yeah, he can't hear you.
He can't?
Yeah, he was just saying tonight the Pens and Islanders are playing. Both are on the outside looking in at the playoff picture. So what's your take on the game tonight, and can the Penguins get in the playoffs? He didn't say that.
I'm sure what he said was profound and more eloquent than what you said. But I nonetheless got the point. Now, this might be kind of a depressing hockey game tonight. These are two teams going in the wrong direction. The Penguins are really in trouble. And I can tell you right now, on Wednesday after practice, Kyle Dubas is going to speak with the media about the
GM,
upcoming
right?
trade deadline.
Right.
And we're going to have to ask him, like, hey, is it time to sell? You going to trade Jake Gensel? What's
Right.
going on? I think it's very possible that will happen. And the Penguins, I don't like their chances of making the playoffs at this point. I don't like the Islanders' chances either. They just blew a 3-goal lead in the outdoor game over the weekend in New York.
God, yeah.
These are teams that are desperate. And for the Penguins, you see it right there, the over-under, 5.5. I think in the last 2 weeks, I've seen 3 Penguins games with a 5.5 number. That's the lowest I've seen a Penguins number in years.
That's unbelievable. I'll tell you what, a couple years ago,
can't score.
All I bet was Penguin overs. It was with an illegal bookie. I'm going to go and say it. I don't care. But anyway, I would just hammer Penguin. If I was down, I was like, I'll just double it up on Penguin overs, and it would hit by themselves. It's shocking to see a 5.5. You're right.
Oh, I made significant cash last year just picking over on the Edmonton games. They're at 6.5. Like, yeah, I'll take over every game they play 7-5. But the Penguins can't score. They have 1 goal since the new year, or 2 games rather since the new year, where they scored more than 3 goals in a game, and one of those was with the help of an empty netter. Sidney Crosby is still playing out of his mind. He doesn't have any help. Geno Malkin has 2 goals in his last 18 games.
I saw you tweet that. That's brutal.
He just looks old, and he is old.
Yeah.
No depth scoring, so it's only Sid with Gensel out, and as great as he is, I don't know that he can will this team to the playoffs. I really think the odds are against it.
Yeesh. Yeah, Ryan's nodding. And that empty netter was the Rust empty netter, right, against Chicago? By the way, I remember that goal because Ryan and I had a bet on that game. He's a Chicago fan. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. So if he lost...
There it is.
Climbing. Well, anyway, I wanted to ask, since you were...
Jerry's making more money than the hot dog girl out here today. Jeez.
Since Frank alluded to you being in Chicago...
I can't hear you, Ryan.
You can't hear me now?
Yeah, no, I can't hear you, but what?
I can hear you, though.
Oh,
okay. All right,
yeah, Josh can hear you now. Well, that's all that matters. Anyway.
So, since Frank alluded to you being in Chicago for that game, that was Bedard's return. Is he... I haven't gotten to see him in person, but is he as special as people think that he is? And I know it kind of seemed from the from watching him on TV that he needed to get his skates back under his legs. But he's had 2 goals disallowed on offside since returning. And he's the real deal.
I really think he is the real deal. And I first based it on comments I've heard from members of the Penguins. I've talked with Chris Letang twice after playing against Chicago, and he just gushes about Bedard.
Wow.
And he doesn't do that for many people. You don't hear Chris Letang say stuff like he said. Everyone in that locker room thinks Bedard's a star. About his skating. He's so fast. He's a brilliant skater. The incredible shot that he has, even though he's not a big guy, he just generates incredible power. So those are great attributes. But what I noticed more than anything, and we saw it in the Chicago game against Pittsburgh last week, the way he sees the ice, the way he can pass the puck too. He's not like a one-trick pony. Like, he's not Ovechkin or Stamkos, like guys who are Hall of Famers, but they're just, shoot first players. He has the complete game. He's not big, but he's got everything else. He's going to be a superstar. It's going to take them a couple of years in Chicago.
Right.
They don't have much talent right now other than him. It will take some time, but I'm telling you that the future is bright there. I really think he's special.
And Josh, because you're a big sports fan on all sports, Ryan gave up for Lent. We're going to talk. I'll see if I can get him to slip. He's not allowed to talk about the Chicago Bears quarterback situation. And the reason I bring that up is because our team is constantly rumored to being, in the discussions or thought they want Justin Fields, is this rumor going on. I didn't say that very eloquently, but I don't necessarily want Justin Fields. He wants Justin Fields to stay. He doesn't want Caleb Williams. The Steelers, but the Roonies have come out and said, like, we're sticking with Rudolph and Pickett. That's where we're going to camp with. So, I don't know. Justin Fields, what do you think?
Russell Wilson's also in the conversation.
And Russell Wilson is in the conversation, too. I know. The only guy I want is bring me Kirk Cousins. I'll take Kirk Cousins.
I'd be fine with that just because one of the strengths of the Steelers, you got Pickens and Deontay Johnson. It's not like they don't have weapons. So a quarterback who can actually play would be great. And remember, Rudolph's a free agent, so it's not a given that he will come back.
Correct.
As for listen, I don't want anything to do with Russell Wilson. He's on the decline. By all accounts, he's a total diva to deal with.
Worse than Drake.
I've heard a lot of horror stories about Russell Wilson.
Oh.
He wouldn't even need that top floor at the hotel.
Oh, really?
I don't think
He needs the whole hotel.
Maybe. But listen, Fields, if you don't have to give up much to get him, I would be intrigued. I think he's incredibly talented. But if you're doing that, you're giving up on Pickett.
You are.
Because you're not bringing Fields in to sit on the bench. That you're just not doing that. I am not a Kenny Pickett fan, so I would be okay with that. but it sure sounds like the Steelers want to give him another year.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if they go out and get a big name. It wouldn't be a very Steelers thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think
Times
Fields is
have changed.
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
With all due respect to his Bears, that's a pretty dysfunctional franchise right now.
Yeah, no, very much so.
He knows.
I completely agree.
Maybe you put Fields in a better situation, he might really thrive. I don't know.
Has he had different coordinators every single year? Yeah, and he had Josh, I'm gonna get you out on this. I want to ask you. Chris Andrews was here yesterday. We were talking about the best movies about sports gambling, or just best movies about gambling. He brought up a movie, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Owning Mahoney. We brought up Hard 8. I put up a list last night of 5. I didn't say they were in any order. I omitted Rounders for the fact that I knew tons of people would say, "Where's Rounders?" So you took the bait. But anyway, Let It Ride, a Richard Dreyfuss movie about horse racing. If you've never seen it, is great. Do you have? And then The Gambler with James Caan. Do you have a favorite sports gambling movie? I'll ask Matt Neverett the same question.
Probably The Gambler if I had to pick one.
Yeah, I just watched it last week. It was on when I was writing the show.
It's really good. By God, there are not enough movies about sports gambling, and I predict there will be more as time goes on, as more and more of us become addicted to it.
Yeah.
With the handheld devices and how easy it is to gamble, we're going to see more. That would be my pick. But there's a lot of sports movies out there. We need more sports gambling movies. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Josh, we appreciate you making it this appearance. I know 1 out of 3 were pretty good. No, we tease you. Every time you're on, you're fantastic. I don't know when's the next. You won't be out here this season unless we go to the Stanley Cup Finals against Las Vegas. So maybe I'll see you in June.
I will be there for the draft in June.
Oh, beautiful! There you go. NHL draft's here. Everything. Yeah, everything's happening in Vegas. I didn't realize the draft was here. Oh my God.
It's amazing. So you'll see me. Who knows? You might see me before then. I get the itch sometimes, but you'll definitely see me by the end of June. I guarantee it.
Love it. All right, Josh. We hope to see you back on the show very soon. Thank you again. Make sure you've Josh Yohe, The Athletic. You got to read his hockey stuff. Great piece about Yager from that town that I'm not allowed to talk about anymore, but damn it. All right, Josh, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Posts with Punchlines and Mr. Matt Neverett. Be right back. Damn it. Damn.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show. Every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Oh, my God. Bob Dell is watching the show. What's the toad board at? Toad board. I feel like Jerry Lewis. Show me the toad board. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Tiffany, $30.
Even turdy.
Is it fair that I mentioned it 3 times today when I'm interviewing someone located in that city?
You're the one that chose to give it up.
You know what? This is BS. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Neverett's here. Matt Neverett will be hosting Sports by the Book today at 3 p.m. What do you have coming up today on the show?
We got Steve Jones Jr., former UNLV running
SJJ.
rebel. SJJ, son of SJS Senior. His dad, longtime ABA, NBA player and announcer.
Awesome.
We've had him on the show before. He's great. We're going to talk NBA, some college basketball, some Mountain West as well, and just what exactly can be done, if anything, to fix the NBA All-Star Weekend, because
everyone just seems like scrapping it. But I mean, come on, they got to do something.
We'll talk about it on the show.
Okay.
I like the events surrounding the game.
Correct.
The game itself has to change, and we'll talk about some strategies there. We got college basketball as always. Alex has some hockey picks, and might throw some baseball in there. We'll see.
Oh, I like it. All right, let's go to a couple comments here. It's my hair. All right, how much does Jerry? We just show that. B-Town Dummy, not dating myself, but trying to get Frank to say blank blank is like getting Mixel Pick on Super Friends to say his name backwards. He went with a Mixel Pick reference. Do you get that? Anyone get that? If you said his name backwards, Superman would go to another dimension. Yeah, okay, comic book nerd. No recap on punchlines. Joey B said, hey, Bob Dell, no recap of punchlines, but Frank and Josh's recap of the Carrot Top show is available. Telling you guys.
The important stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
I said Joey B's on fire today.
Joey B's killing it today. And by the way, he did mention Color of Money with Paul Newman, Tom Cruise. That's a good movie. It's not. They gave. Okay. Paul Newman won the Oscar for Best Actor as Fast Eddie Felson. That was the name that he originally played in The Hustler with Jackie Gleason. Anyway, Color of Money's a good movie. It's Scorsese. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio before Rain Man. Beautiful, or after Rain Man, whatever. It's a good movie. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 of gambling sports movies. Do you have a sports gambling movie? I said Rounders, and like I omitted it, and you went, ooh, I know. The Worm. I love Rounders is great. Check.
It's a good one,
check.
yeah.
It's check. Yeah. Give the man his money. I love it. I love Teddy KGB. I didn't put it on there to start discussion. People took the bait. But
there
anyway.
you go. Yeah, that's why you get paid the big bucks, Frank. If you can count Casino,
I did. I put Casino on my list.
Sports gambling elements in Casino.
I had Casino on.
I've always been a fan of 8 Men Out.
Oh, wow.
About the Black Sox scandal.
Sure. John Sayles, I believe, directed that. Yeah.
And then one that I haven't seen brought up, I think because it's newer. Did you see Uncut Gems?
I did. I think that came up yesterday, did it not?
Yeah, we talked about it with Chris.
We talked about it with Chris Andrews.
I'm a big fan of that movie. I like seeing Adam Sandler in some of these different roles, and I think he did a really good job, and the score for that movie was phenomenal, too.
Yeah, the ending of that movie shocked me more than any other ending of a movie.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just there's a term for it, but there's just that one kind of violin note almost throughout the whole movie, and it just is so anxiety-inducing.
Yeah, it's true.
And I like
frantic.
that movie.
It's like Scorsese.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson does that really well, too.
There's a lot of movies. Dark Knight had that in there with Heath Ledger. Yeah, no, but I'm a big fan of the Safdie brothers, so I really like Uncut Gems.
Yeah, and Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Very good in that movie.
Great cameo.
Kevin Garnett was great in that movie.
Really good cameos.
Before we get into Matt and Everett's picks, we have some posts with punchlines. Do we have the horn? And they're off. Posts with punchlines. And here comes the graphic. Look at this, Matt. Look at that. My picture in the middle now.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. And then the gloves. Bah. Anne's on fire. Anne is on fire.
Scratch what I said earlier. That's why Anne gets the big bucks.
I'm telling you right now. That's why I'm telling you. It's good stuff. Good stuff coming at you. All right, so we're going to go number 1. Overtime equals overpaid. I don't know if you saw this, Matt, but because the Super Bowl went overtime, CBS bagged another $60 million from another 10 commercials, taking the total to almost $700 million. They were 7 seconds away, possibly, from double overtime. You know, and you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, and somebody somewhere with CBS or the NFL had to have that Buffalo Wild Wings button. We just need to keep extending this game for
overtime button.
For $6-7 mil a pop. I would do just about anything.
Well, Sean McManus, the president of CBS, had said, right?
Oh man,
it's going to be double overtime. You know, he's sitting in the truck on. Oh my God, they're gonna know it's scripted for sure now. It's scripted. But I mean, if they would have got that, he would have been a genius.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think you could bet double overtime.
I didn't see that anywhere. No.
We forgot the overtime.
I mean, they barely let you bet overtime.
I know. Frank Murgy, my friend, goes, "Hey, did you get that bet in for me on overtime?" I'm like, "Did you text me?" Apparently he texted me, "Hey, put a bet in for me." But you know, that's why they have apps. You know,
busy guy, yeah.
Jesus. All right, second one. Row your boat. See this? It's a lot of rows. Yeah, a lot of
rows. The Jimmy Graham one.
New Orleans tight end Jimmy Graham. It's weird saying because he's New Orleans again. I mean, that's where he was a fantasy stud. I think I drafted him in the first round back in the days when I played.
That's a reach.
Yeah, but he was a monster.
There was about a 1 or 2 year stretch where that wasn't a terrible reach.
Maybe
but
second round, maybe. I was drafting late.
Never tight end in the first.
Maybe I was snaking it. Maybe it was maybe I was 12 and I was snake drafting, and I came back and grabbed him
That
like
makes sense.
the Steelers grabbed Joey Porter Jr. Anyway, read this silly thing that he's doing, please, Ryan.
So his tweet, the Arctic Challenge, the impact of the Arctic Challenge goes far beyond the 4 athletes in the Arctic Ocean. With a mission to inspire young minds, the team aims to challenge the next generation to push beyond their limiting beliefs and chart their own course.
Now, how many calories a day? They're eating
So they're each eating 8,000 calories a day.
Oh my God.
They're rowing 24 hours a day for 15 straight days.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3 rowers at a time. The person not rowing will get 90 minutes to sleep, and they'll just keep rotating. And so the team is so Jimmy Graham, and then Andrew Tropp is the team captain.
Oh, he's the best.
He's a former Navy SEAL.
I don't know him.
I don't want to make fun of him. Sorry.
He rowed for Boston University and then won a championship with the Penn Athletic Club. And then the 2 other members of the team are Hannah Huppy and John Huppy. They're
the Hupps. Yeah.
They're married. Hannah was a captain of the Tulane women's row team, and then John is the current head coach of the Tulane row teams. So they've been rowing for.
I had never
a really
heard of
long
this
time.
event. This doesn't even sound like a sport. This sounds like punishment from like a Turkish judge that sentences you to do this race. The only part that I enjoy about it, the 8,000 calories a day.
Well, it's right up your alley. 8,000 calories a day,
it's me.
90 minutes of sleep a night. That's
what I do.
basically just your everyday life anyway.
This is my routine.
Yeah.
I go to our buffet at Sparkles, kind of like the Rampart one, as Dwayne Colucci would say.
Kaluch.
But who will be here tomorrow, by the way.
It's a lovely impression.
I know, but 8,000 calories is mind-boggling. I know, like Michael Phelps, when he was training for the Olympics, he ate some ungodly amount of calories too.
Well, he was eating not much for a different reason, though.
Why is that?
He's
He's
littering and smoking the reefer.
Oh, sorry. There was a guy taking phone video of outside. It kind of spooked me out. I was like, who is this
He
man?
just got a great video of a dope Super Troopers reference.
He's got, there you go. Super Troopers. Oh,
You're
my God.
feeding your Rasta man.
I know.
And the Brittany Daniel, is she the girl on that? The blonde?
Yeah,
Oh,
I need to get one of the hats with the dreads.
Yes. That's the director, Jay Chakasaranda, or whatever I say his name. He's very talented. Very funny movie. All right, we digress. Anyway, Jimmy Graham, good luck to you. We'll see you in camp. I don't know. Will he make camp? Is he playing another year? We don't even know.
I'm not sure, but the event's next year. So the summer of 2025 is when they're doing it.
So he'll at least be in good shape in summer of 2025 at the very least.
He's
right?
going to come back. He's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Number 3, air ball of the future. All right. So there's this ball that they made with the 3D printer.
New airless basketball.
It's an airless basketball.
It is 3D
I've seen this
printed, and the
before.
number one
Not this
question
video in
everyone
particular,
wants
but
to
I've
know
seen
is,
this
how does it
technology.
actually
So it's
work?
the 3D printer. You can do anything. So here's the bouncing.
NBA ball.
So listen to the
It feels
traditional
different,
Wilson.
like it's got this slick texture.
Okay, so here we
to
go.
it.
Normal
It
basketball
also
bounce.
Smells.
Stop smelling. It
very
smells like
good.
shoes, he
Kinda
said.
smells like a shoe.
Which,
Also,
by the way,
very
you had me.
full
It
of
smells like
very,
shoes because I love that smell.
trypophobia, the thing with the holes in
It's
it.
new shoes,
This
brand new
has a
shoes.
lot of that.
New car, new shoes, all
Might
good.
bother some people. But anyway, okay.
Here
real
comes the
question. How
dribble.
does it bounce? NBA ball.
Regular ball, boink, and then this one.
Airless ball.
What? Silent.
So
Yeah.
quiet.
That would take away from the game of
You'll hear
basketball,
nothing
wouldn't it?
but the shoe
You would hear
squeaks.
just shoes and screen, back door. Same.
Regular ball.
Somewhere there's a high school coach that runs practice like that anyway.
Yeah, right.
No ball, we're just
You don't
running.
get a ball. You don't deserve a ball.
Exactly. So this is
It retails. Here's the little the hiccup in the buying one of those. $2,500.
ooh,
It's already
that's it?
sold out.
It's already sold out.
It's sold out.
You know who bought them? Drake. Drake bought them all, so Yager couldn't have any. It's sold. How many did they make?
I'm not sure.
How long
many
can
they
you have a
made.
3D printer cooking? Jerry? All right.
He's the music guy.
That's true.
Yeah, can't get our regular.
Can we get a
printer.
shot of that printer? It's over there. There's a printer over there. On
Only
the
thing that I
black
saw that stands out to me is that it looks like the weight, and especially the distribution of the weight might be a
Oh.
little different. Like it looks like you could dribble
I
it just
have
fine,
that.
but imagine
I have the weight. A regular ball is 620 grams. The air ball is 590 grams.
That's a
Difference
big
of 30
difference.
grams. And hey, by the way, people who made this story, we live in America. Do it in ounces. I don't know anything about grams, or do I?
Matt
Ryan
does.
Matt?
we both tried to deflect that so hard.
Oh, you mean Rasta Man, as Tommy Green calls him?
Exactly.
He says you should get one of those wigs with the dreads.
I need one.
Oh my God, and you just said you should get one. Tommy Green said that you should do that last week.
Well, I know where we could get one. Jerry's got every costume imaginable.
It's true. He does have a lot of costumes. By the way, we all have nicknames now. You're the Cockshore Kid, Frankie Overs, Rastaman. And Drew Dog, we need nicknames from Tommy Green.
Drew Dog.
Drew Dog. What do I say? Drew Dog. And what's your nick? Do you have a nickname amongst
She's Wonder
family
Woman.
and friends?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. There you go. Don't need it. Don't need any suggestions. And Wonder Woman.
GT over here.
Let's talk about the NBA All-Star Game. Big Cat loses,
Shelby
but
GT.
better wins. So this next one, Karl Anthony Towns. You put up 50 points in an All-Star Game. Don't you think you're going to win the MVP? You think you should get it?
Not in the year of our Lord 2024.
So apparently there's a guy bet $30 wager that he would be the top scorer, and it paid. I thought it paid a lot more than that. Didn't it pay more than $3,000?
If you look at the graphic, no.
$30 wager. I can't see the graphic. You think I can read that?
That's my point. That's why I made that font bigger.
Thank you. Looking out for me. Ryan's been looking out for me all day today.
Doing the Lord's work.
He's doing. That's been very religious this past minute.
Yeah, talking about reefer.
Would you like to tell me?
Yeah,
Reaper, and then there it is. Start knocking on my door.
Yeah, the Bob Marley biopic just came out. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Not yet.
That looks good.
I want to.
So that seems like I'll wait for that on Peacock, Anne's favorite streaming service. That's like, is it on Peacock? I can't see it if it's not on Peacock.
I mean, it's not a 2 p.m. Wednesday basketball game, so you know,
Yeah, right.
in the Big Ten.
Exactly. Anyway, he scored 50 points. He didn't win the MVP. They gave it to Dame Lillard, who scored 30. He was on the winning team. So I mean, you scored 50 points. It was only the fourth time it's ever been done. Don't you feel like you should win?
And what is the MVP award in this game?
What do you get?
The guy who tried the hardest for a 5-minute stretch?
What I know you're going to talk about it on Sports by the Book.
We can get into it here.
Okay, you know,
It was
well, I'll
mostly
just say,
garbage points too.
what's that?
It was mostly garbage time points too.
Yeah.
Like, the team was completely out of it, and the game
Who,
was
Dame or Carl?
Carl Anthony Towns.
Okay. If you're telling me it was garbage time late in the game, I was tuned out. I said this yesterday. So I had $5 on Tyrese Halliburton to get the first basket. I figured, Indiana
Hometown
Pacers
guy,
going to
yeah.
get it. West misses a shot. They bring it down Giannis. I said Giannis, Chris. I didn't say the other way. Then he feeds it to Tatum. Tatum drains the shot. I'm like, damn. So I had a nice bet on Halliburton. But after that, after I realized my $5 bet, I lost interest in it.
Gonzo. And you're not the only one. I mean, when you got guys like Larry Bird coming out before the game and publicly pleading for these guys to try, and then you get what we got. I mean, you got Luka Doncic throwing up 70-footers that miss long.
Yeah.
Which that's pretty incredible.
Impressive. It's Luka,
but
though.
however, that's not the point. I just think
It was bad.
the problem is that all these All-Star games now are turning into, not even glorified exhibitions. It is just a popularity contest, and they go out there and hang out with their buddies and, run around a little bit. Like the NHL going to, kind of what they did over the All-Star weekend, the 3-on-3 tournament. I like that, kind of switching it up. The NFL is a different case in my eyes because of the nature of the game, how physical the game is. You're not going to get these guys making as much money as they are in the NFL to go out and play a full football game ever again. That is out the window.
After they're done for the season, too. You know
That's
what I mean?
the other one, yeah.
They've
Baseball,
already enjoyed the wings and the pizza.
baseball is its own thing. I think the All-Star game does need some revamping. I don't think they can ever go back to home field advantage in the World Series with the All-Star game. I think once they've taken that away, they can't put it back.
I
There's
agree,
too much
I agree,
outcry.
yeah.
For basketball, I said it earlier, I love all the ancillary events.
Yeah.
The skills challenge is kind of waning with Anthony Edwards going left-handed because he really didn't feel like doing it.
Left. Well, as Ryan is a big fan of the NHL skills competition, thinks that's the best skills competition.
But I love the three-point contest.
Yeah.
I love what they did with Steph and Sabrina.
Amazing.
I mean,
It was great.
we got to ask Chris if he's going to set a line between Steph and Caitlin Clark next year because that's what it's going to be.
We talked about the same thing. It's got to be.
It's going to be that.
But what if she stays in Iowa?
yeah.
She could stay in Iowa. She could stay. She's got another year.
Do you think she is?
$800,000 versus $75,000.
I think she should.
I think she'd have more free time to pursue outside endorsements if she was professional than, masquerading as an amateur. That's my thing.
I'll tell you what, if Iowa wins the national championship, she's gone.
Yeah.
If they don't, she might be like, run it back. Is that what the kids say? Run it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that woke?
But
Holler.
I love all the outside events. The dunk contest, the format is fine. It's just the dunkers and the contestants themselves that need it. I mean, when you got a guy in Mac McClung who's played 4 NBA games and won 2 titles, something needs to be done. But the game itself, the only way in my eyes that you can do it is with some of these.
No.
Money.
But they already make so
the in-season
much.
tournament, they showed with the in-season tournament that the players will try.
These NBA contracts are fully guaranteed. You're already paying them for an in-season tournament. You don't need to be giving these guys more money.
Do you know how much?
That's giving so much power to the players versus showing them that they are athletes being paid to do a job.
I don't think that the game itself is not sustainable the way that it is right now. No matter what, they're going to need to do something. In my eyes, I saw a figure. TNT made $30 million off the broadcast of that one game alone.
Jeez.
You give $1 million each to every player on the winning team, you're going to see the hardest effort ever.
Solution. Landmines. Put landmines
There's always
on the court.
landmines.
So they're way more. Or why don't we just rock and jock it like they used to on MTV? Have a 30-point shot.
Yeah. Or what you could do is in
Two
Russia.
balls at once.
In Russia, they have a combination of basketball and full contact wrestling, and they wear singlets.
They do not.
Yes, they do.
Ryan, get me footage for tomorrow's show of this.
Yeah, I
stat.
saw it on Twitter yesterday.
Is this something that's just happened and we somehow
No, it's Russia. They've been doing it for years.
I'm staying on the air till I see. No, I'm not. Tomorrow, come back tomorrow, live comment room and everyone watching. We're going to watch whatever that is. Wrestling.
It's the only league where Isaiah Stewart would win MVP.
Who's that?
He's the guy that just punched Drew Eubanks and got
God,
arrested. Yeah.
All right.
Draymond and Isaiah Stewart. That's your MVP race every single year.
Looking at the live comments real quick. Thank you, B-Town. You saw me laughing. No Hot to Trot. I don't know if you've ever seen Hot to Trot.
I have not.
It was Bobcat Goldthwait and the Talking Horse. And the
I like it already.
It was a pretty bad movie. NBA goes, oh my God, B-Town Tommy said Rock and Jock. I did not see that before I said it. Ryan McCormick versus Matt Neverett. Let's effing go.
Yeah, here it is. Check it out, Frank.
What? Oh, God.
Yes.
So they're...
What a shot.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on. How has Dana White not made this happen already?
Oh, my God. That's going to be his first event at the Sphere next year.
Take my money right now. How do we invest in that? How much have we made on our YouTube channel? Dump it into this. Oh, my God. Oh.
And they're not on the mats either. This is hardwood.
Yeah.
My God.
Chris, get some lines on this.
All right, Ryan. Ryan and I going one-on-one.
Kidding
These
me?
are guys that wrestle bears.
Oh, my God. Who wins in that match? I don't know. The match. I don't know. Matt Neverett versus Ryan McCormick.
In basketball, in rugby?
Wrestling basketball.
Just wrestling basketball.
There would be a combined 0 field goals in that game.
Just like, go, come on, tap out. Hysterical. Matt, we have 2 minutes. I have a very important phone call about the promotions for the new season of Wait, What Happened? Coming out March 13th, right after the show. But why don't you give us a few free picks? This has been one of my favorite shows of the year so far, even though it's cost me $15 or $20.
Forgot about the earmuffs.
Oh, earmuffs, real quick. Show earmuffs, sorry. We'll do it. We'll get it in. If we go overtime, they can wait because I'm the host of that show. They'll wait for me.
We're going to make what CBS made if we go overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. I hate the Flyers. I have to, being from the city I'm from. But I do like Gritty because he's methed out. We don't know who designed this guy. But they're giving away promotional earmuffs, Gritty earmuffs. Someone in the Philadelphia area, Jeff Hammond, somebody, get me those and send them to me. I need those now when they give them away.
The only thing that would make your hair that much better.
That'd give me another 2 inches.
Yeah.
Gritty. Wow. Oh, what is it? February 27th against the Ning.
The Ning.
It's against the Ning. The only NHL team with only one color in their logo. That was the thing I saw because it's blue.
Yeah.
And then it's just blue.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Someone's like Red Wings. No, white is the color. Then someone's saying, oh, Kings, black. It was a whole thing I saw last night on Twitter when I couldn't sleep, or TikTok or whatever childish website I'm on. But anyway, all right, Matt, we got a minute and a half or two. Let's hear some picks from Matt Neverett.
A bunch of games today. A lot of ranked teams in action. One game that I'm looking forward to just after we get off the air is number 1 UConn at number 15 Creighton.
Yeah,
this one's going to be a
talking about this.
Showdown in the Big East. UConn comes in as hot as anybody in the country. 14 straight wins. Of those 14, they've won 8 by double digits, 2 of them by exactly 9. So they've won 10 of their last 14 by 9 points or more. UConn already defeated Creighton this year, 62-48, just over a month ago. So with a 3-point line, I've seen it as low as 2.5. Give me the Huskies on the road. I think they're the best team in the country at this point, especially playing in conference where they do not lose often, if at all. San Diego State at Utah State. The Aztecs catching points, and I like it. Give me San Diego State +2, +2.5 if you can get it. The Aztecs beat the Aggies by 14 earlier this year already, and San Diego State is probably the best coached team on the West Conference, or West Coast, I should say.
Okay.
They do not have these huge swings and consistency. What you see is what you get way more often than not, and Jaden Ledee is going to win Mountain West Player of the Year, the 6'9" forward who has led the conference in scoring, top 3 in rebounding. He is a force to be reckoned with, and I think he's really the only big man in the conference that stands a shot night in and night out against great Osabor, who's the best player on Utah State's roster by far, and the big reason why they've had a lot of success. So I like the Aztecs, and I'll give you one more. Let me see.
I like Pitt tonight, by the way, and that doesn't count.
I do as well.
The Panthers against Wake Forest, they need that win.
I'll give you a tease. Alex and I are both on the Panthers.
Oh, I know. I saw Alex put it out there.
And the one that I like also, Iowa catching 10 at Michigan State. I don't think Michigan State is going to score enough or get the game going at a fast enough tempo to be able to blow Iowa out. I think they win the game, but I think Iowa is able to keep it close.
Will they score more than Virginia?
I think that us 6 in here with Jerry coming off the bench could probably score more than Virginia.
So. Jerry's our Joe Dumars.
Jerry's our 3-and-D guy.
Microwave.
Yeah.
Joe Dumars.
Our Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Our Clay. I don't know. I don't know any of these people. All right, great show. Chat room, you guys did it again. Hysterical. Joey B, Tommy, B-Town Dummy. I'm not going to acknowledge you. Bob Dell. Mini Dar was back.
Yes.
Lot of good stuff, guys. Bob Dell. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Oh, that's my alarm for my big important phone call. We'll be back tomorrow. We have Dwayne Colucci and Esther Steinberg, very funny comedian who's going to be taping an upcoming comedy special in LA, but she's here. She's married to Noah, who was here a couple weeks ago and told us a very funny story about Ray Romano. So full show tomorrow. And also Alex White. Alex will be here tomorrow. There you go. All right, thank you for watching Punchlines Lines live in Nevada every show.